Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In the vein of just filming when I have a chance, I decided to film today even though like my hair is curly and in a bun and off of my face because I was on call yesterday, I'm on call tomorrow. I did not have time to film a video for you last week and I want to have a video for you next week, and so I thought that I would do my January favorites. I don't look my best, but I did put some makeup on and I'm really excited to share with you some of these makeup products. And so I wanted to talk to you about January favorites and a couple of fails, a couple of things that I did not like. And yeah, I've really been into cream blushes lately. So I saw a video by Lisa Eldridge that was like on the watercolor technique of like applying blush to her cheeks. And she did this gorgeous multi-powder look on her cheek. And then, I don't know, somehow I went down this rabbit hole on YouTube looking at like people applying cream products to their cheeks. And I just got really interested in it. I think that seeing the cream cheek video coincided with a time where it's really cold outside and my skin is drier than usual. You guys know that I have mostly oily skin. I mean, I'm oily in the T-zone. I guess I probably have combo skin. I'm oily in the T-zone, but in the winter, I tend to be a little bit drier, and as of late, I've been really dry because it's been dry outside, and I've been using Retin-A, and I'm trying to increase from the, I think it's 0.05 to 1. I always get confused on the Retin-A numbers. Why? I don't know why. I need to look at the tube. But anyway, I'm increasing on my Retin-A. My skin is very dry. I've been putting lots of moisturizer on it, and I've been feeling like I just need more glow happening on my skin, which is like nothing you guys have ever heard out of my mouth. I mean, let's be real here. I have never said I wanted glow on my face, except for like maybe like right here with some powder highlighter. But I have been feeling like my face looked like flat and dead and like not healthy and like lit from within, as they say, at all. So I've really been a little bit fascinated in cream cheek products, and I've actually bought quite a few. I'm only going to talk about a couple here because what I would like to do in the next few weeks and months as I use them more is really kind of delve into this whole cream product thing and like bring you my thoughts on them. I've bought enough that I think that I can have like a sensible conversation with you guys about cream cheek products like in the next two months after I've really tried everything. But anyway, so I've got some cream cheek products to talk about here. Some of them are favorites and some of them are fails, and I want you to know about them. And then just know that in the next couple of months, I'm gonna be talking about cream products a lot more because I have this sudden interest in them. I'm loving the look that I did today with like cream liquid product. And so I'm gonna show you that first. The first thing that I wanted to show you are my Daniel Sandler blushes. You guys know that I've been using Daniel Sandler blushes for several years. This is not a new product to me, but the application technique is what's new. And so I always applied these. I have 4, and I actually just ordered 4 more because I have a problem. And I have the shades Flush, which is like a true pink. It's like a cheruby pink. I have this very light pinky peach, which is actually called cherub. It's like a pinky peach. I have this kind of glowy color, which is called Glow. It's like a brownie. It's got a little bit of an illumination to it. And then I have a true peach, which is called Passion. And it's like a true peach. And then I ordered this set from the skin store, which had like a true, like a coral peach, a true popping pink. I actually think it's called popping pink, like a bronzy illuminator, and then like a liquid illuminator because I've been enjoying these products so much. So I wanted to try out some other colors. Anyhow, the channels that I've been watching, specifically Khaki Reviews Beauty, like, do you guys know this person? Like, have you ever watched her? I just discovered her. So she's my first favorite of January. Khaki Reviews Beauty. I'm gonna leave her channel down below. She is just a well-spoken, clearly intelligent woman who has extreme depth and breadth of makeup knowledge, and especially where cream products are concerned. And I went down the Khaki Reviews Beauty rabbit hole. I looked at some of the brushes she used, how she applies cream products, and she does everything with a brush. So I went through my brush collection and actually bought one new brush. And I was looking for like duo fiber brushes that would be good at like applying cream products on the cheeks. And the ones that I found that I already had were, I have a carroty one that's in my bathroom. I have this It Cosmetics blush brush that you see is duo fiber, and it's got that little, like a little hill on it, it's not straight. And then I bought the Sephora one, which is slightly smaller, you can see, this week. But the same kind of thing. It's like not flat. It's got an angle to it. And I just think that these brushes are really easy to use to apply these Daniel Sandler liquid blushes, which I would have never thought to do because Lisa Eldridge uses her fingers, but Khaki uses the brushes. So I'm really enjoying the brushes, guys. Really enjoying the brushes. So, and what Khaki does is she like layers a bunch of these things. So what I did today was like kind of what she does and kind of copied her way of just putting like a drop of this on my cheek and then like blending and buffing it in, and then putting a drop of another color and blending it and buffing it in, and then putting a drop of another color and blending it and buffing it in, and putting a drop of another color and blending it and buffing it in. And I don't know if you guys can pick this up, but I think that it turned out so pretty. I'm gonna come a little closer to the camera so you guys can see. Like, I think it turned out so gorgeous. And then I used my really old Becca highlighter, the one that Lisa Eldridge talked about like back in the day, just the Becca liquid highlighter. I used the same brush to buff in the liquid highlighter in the shade Opal. And I don't know, my skin's glowing, guys, and I'm loving every bit of it. So these Daniel Sandler blushes, need I say, they are, as far as I'm concerned, the only liquid blushes you will ever need. They're so easy to use. They are not tacky. They are wet, like water. I mean, they're called water blushes, aren't they? Yes, watercolor liquid cheek blushes. So they're super pigmented. You drop them on your finger, you dab your brush in it, you buff it into your cheek, and it gives you the most natural, dry down look, unless you're using an illuminating shade, in which case it doesn't give you a matte look. It gives you a little bit of an illuminated look. And they're just so easy. I feel like you cannot mess them up, and they're not tacky afterwards. So you're not like, your hair's not sticking on your cheeks, which I have to say I really appreciate. So I was liking the cream cheek situation so much that I watched like several channels, and all these channels, Emily Noel, Hannah Louise Poston, I don't know, everybody in the world was talking about M Cosmetics. And not only how great M Cosmetics is, but how great these drops were, these blush drops. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy these M Cosmetic blush drops, and I bought them in rose milk. The first thing I will say is that the packaging is beautiful. Everybody says that. The way that one would dispense these drops leaves like quite a bit to be desired. It is absolutely horrible. You press down this little button and it supposedly sucks it up like a little dropper, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. You end up doing it 5 times before you get any product out. You drop it on your finger, and then you're supposed to take it and like blot it on your cheek. So I've done this, and the color is amazing. I mean, this color is like absolutely stunning. It's like a rosy pinky peach. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's the perfect shade for my fair skin tone. And it is so gorgeous on the cheeks, except that it never dries down. It stays serum-y feeling, like skincare. Like if you had just rubbed a lotion on your skin and it's still a little bit tacky because it hasn't like been absorbed yet, that feels the exact same way, like a serum or a light lotion, except for that it never ever dries down. It maintains that tack the whole time. And the problem that I have with that is that my hair sticks in it, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, I will say that the other day I did powder over it and add a little bit more blush, and I really did like the way it looked, so I'm not gonna return it or anything. I think I'll use it, but I don't like it on its own. I think it is for people who want a tacky cheek blush. I'm just not that person. So I like liquid blushes, but I don't want tack remaining on my cheeks. So if you do decide to try one of those M Cosmetic blushes, you will think they were a fail unless you decide to powder over them. And I just took my It Cosmetics powder and powdered over them. It's a really light, translucent powder. So because I didn't want it to take away the underlying feeling of the blush and the beautiful color of the blush. And there was even a tiny bit of glow through the translucent powder, but I certainly did not want it to be sticky on my cheeks. So that is my experience with that blush. And then I had 3 more liquid blushes this month. I have another one here too, called Angel, by the way, of the Daniel Sandler blushes. Another peach. I have too many peaches. I don't know why I have so many, but you can see the colors that I like on my cheek, which are peachy pinks. Anyway, I was so into the creams that I saw these little e.l.f. blush sticks at the store, and I just got really curious and I bought them. And kind of my feeling was, I don't have that much experience with cream blushes, and I don't really have any cream blushes except for the Daniel Sandler ones and the M Cosmetic ones, which are really sticky. Like I don't have any like stick cream blushes, and these are really inexpensive. I know that I talk ad nauseum about not wanting to use products that are made in China, and of course all the e.l.f. products are made in China, but my thoughts were twofold. My thoughts were, number one, it's inexpensive, so if I want to try something without spending a ton of money and feeling like I've really invested in something that I don't know that I'm going to like, this is probably a sensible way to go. And also, I don't know, it just seems like everybody else in the world is using e.l.f. and they're all fine. Like nothing's happening to them. Like nobody's growing like an 11th finger, or, you know, their hair's not falling out. So like how terrible can they really be? So I just decided to buy them, to try them. And I have to say, I was disappointed by these. I did not like them at all. I know that there are like lots and lots of sticks like in the makeup world. There's like I mean, now that I've become like gone down this cream cheek rabbit hole with like Hannah Louise Poston and Khaki Reviews Beauty and like and like who else loves it? Jamie Page loves cream cheek blushes. Like I feel like I have a pretty good sense of like what the brands are that make stick blushes. But these e.l.f. ones I don't think perform. I don't have any of the expensive stick blushes, but I'm doubting that these perform the way that those ones do. Otherwise, I think these would have gotten more hype on YouTube. Basically, they're just a teeny bit patchy and they don't have staying power. It's like they're beautiful colors. Like I really, really like the colors. This one is like a pink called Dazzling Peony. I really like the name. This is a peach, which is so pretty, called Glistening Peach. I'm gonna show you these swatches in 1 second on my hand as soon as I swatch them all for you. And then I have a third one, which is called Sparkling Rose. And it's like more of this mauve color. So I'm gonna hold my hand up to the camera in just a second. But you're gonna see that it's kind of streaky. Do you see that? That's the Sparkling Rose, that's the peach, and that's the pink peony. And they have beautiful colors, but this is a little bit streaky. The peach is so light. I mean, I can see myself possibly using these. The only way that I can really see myself using these products is, say, on a day when I'm not planning on putting on any makeup, I'm looking like I just woke from the dead, which is mostly how I look every day when I don't put on makeup, and I'm running to the grocery store and I just want some semblance of color on my cheeks. It doesn't have to last. I don't have to look good for 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. I just have to look like okay for somebody to come to my front door or for me to go to the grocery store. I could see myself throwing one of these on my cheeks, rubbing it in, maybe putting a little bit on my lips, maybe a little bit on my eyes, just so that I don't look dead. But they don't have great staying power and they are a little streaky. So I'm gonna just rub at this and I want you to see how like basically it goes away. Like basically blend it so that it's not there anymore. How sad is that? You see that? Same with the peach one. I'm gonna blend it and you're gonna not see it anymore. It's like when you blend it, it's just gone. It's not that it blends, it just does not exist. Look, they're just missing. Just basically missing. So that is why I think that these aren't even worth the $3 that they cost, because like, at least if you're gonna throw some, I mean, later in this year, I will try other stick cream cheek products and I will let you know how they like fare in kind of comparison to this, but these just basically rub away. And so like, why are you gonna do that? I don't know. So these are not good products. I don't recommend them. It's just that I have them, so maybe I'll use them at some point or another. Anyway, I do want to talk about other favorites. So my favorites so far this month were the Daniel Sandler blushes. I just talked about 2 cream blushes that I didn't think performed very well. But another favorite this month is actually the Rare Beauty foundation. I know this came out earlier in the year, but it came out when I was like in my big COVID phase and I was not thinking about makeup. I was not wearing makeup. I was not buying makeup. And that I think was around like March or April, the spring. But I was watching several videos this week and I was looking for foundations that had like a natural finish because, as I was saying, my skin has been a little bit dry and like dehydrated, and I was really, you know, I generally tend to get matte foundations because my skin is oily, and I was looking for a foundation that had more of a natural finish. And Lisa J recommended this as a blush that has a more natural finish, and so did Angie from Hot and Flashy, and they both have my type of skin. Both women have combination oily skin, so I felt like, okay, if 2 people that I really trust have combination oily skin and they recommend this product because it has a natural finish, then I should try it. And I did, and I really, really do like it. This shade is pretty light. This shade is, I'm gonna show you the doe foot in relation to my skin. I mean, it is a pretty light shade. I probably could have gone one, whoa, I just almost spilled this on my carpet. That would not have been good, you guys. Hold up, hold up. Let me clean up the mess. Oh, I did spill it on my carpet, by the way. On a whole different level of stories. If it's too bright here, guys, you're gonna have to just tell me. I'm trying all different types of light out, so you'll have to let me know. But anyway, this is a really relaxed video in case you can't tell. On a different level, we're gonna be renovating this house and changing out the carpet in this room and really changing out the entire house starting in August. So I'll vlog some of that for you guys, hopefully, as that happens in August. That's not happening like in the next like 3 months, but it's happening in August. So I'm not that upset that I just spilled foundation on my carpet because we're gonna be taking this carpet out. Anyway, really like this foundation. It is in fact natural matte. I did not like the way it applied with a brush. I thought that it was way, way, way too heavy. I did like the way that it applies. I do like the way that it applies with a sponge much, much better. It gives me a more sheer application. I really do not like a lot of foundation. I just don't. I have too many wrinkles, too many places for it to settle in. But I do want something that's gonna even out my skin tone. So this did that. And I really do like it. I wouldn't say that it lasts like 12 hours like some of my matte foundations, because it is a tiny, it's not radiant, it's just natural, but it doesn't have whatever ingredients they put in matte foundations that make them last a little bit longer. So this is not gonna last the length of time that my matte foundations are, but I'm okay with that. I'm not wearing foundation to work. I'm usually just wearing it like on a weekend, and I'm okay with like not having 12-hour longevity. But I really do like this if you're looking for a natural finish foundation that you can sheer out to light, because I like foundation. Okay, next, as I have been saying over and over again, I'm looking for things that are a little bit more radiant because my skin is looking just dead. And I went back into my stash and I found this L'Oreal bronzer that I really, really love. And I forgot that I even had it. And I was thinking about buying one that Khaki Loves Beauty recommended from a company that I cannot remember the name right now. It's in red packaging and it's a very small new indie brand. And I just, right now it's slipping my mind. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. But anyway, she was talking about how that bronzer was so great because it's like a bronzer. It's like a bronzer and a contour. It's like more of a cooler, like bronzer. And I find this to be quite the same thing. And I really do like that about this L'Oreal bronzer. Number one, it comes in a pan that is like enormous. It's like 11.6 grams. Like you're never ever gonna run out of this, like ever in your life. It's a tiny bit glowy. It's not a highlighter by any means. It's just not flat. It's not totally matte. And you see that it's got this nice cool-ish, it's not cool like a contour, but it's got a cooler thing about it. And I really like that. And I also have that on today, by the way. And I think it just did a beautiful job of just like giving my face a little bit of color, especially because this foundation is a teeny bit on the light side. And so this just warmed my skin up a little bit. And I find that for me, bronzer is probably my most everyday use product. Even if I wear nothing else on my face, I will put a little bit of bronzer because I wake up looking dead. I'm serious. Like I wake up with no color in my skin. And so this just adds a little bit of something to my face. So I really, really recommend this product. It's drugstore. It's beautiful. It's got a teeny bit of glow. It's not going to be too much glow for a person with oily skin. And it's just got that not flat quality that right now I'm really, really appreciating. Likewise, I am appreciating this Laura Mercier translucent powder, but it's the glow version, which I bought a while ago. This came out a while ago. I bought the little bitty one, and same thing. It just, I'm not looking for a flat powder look right now. So if I want to like powder under my eyes or powder my T-zone, I'm powdering with this more glowy powder. It's translucent still, but it's got a little bit of a glowy quality to it, and I really, really like that because my skin is just so dry and dehydrated, and I'm really looking for something that's going to make me look a tiny bit more youthful. Because I've just been finding that my regular makeup routine is making me look like really matte and flat, and just, I don't know, it's not a good look for me right this minute. I think in the summer I'm like oily enough that breaks through and I look like I've got some life to my face, but currently that is not happening. Okay. I wanted to revisit some lash products that I talked about in videos like maybe a year or two ago. But the mascara combo that I'm wearing on my eyelashes right now, I'm loving. It is the Lancome CILS Booster XL, which I think is like such a good primer. And then I use the Maybelline Colossal Mascara over that, which is so great at volumizing. And then I thicken it up with the Pumped Up Colossal Volume Express. And I really think that if you don't like the It Cosmetics one, which is like really my holy grail, because you feel like it clumps the lashes too much, you're gonna see less of that with this combination. You will not see the clumpiness. And so I'm really, really loving this combination right now. I highly recommend it. Okay, moving on to an eye cream. I'm going in no particular order here, clearly. But I bought this eye cream, it's called Revive, and I bought it in December when I was on like my makeup shopping spree because I get really, my eyes are just looking terrible in the morning when I wake up. And it was really expensive. It was like $125. I talked about it in one of my recent hauls. I don't know that I would repurchase it because it's just so outrageously expensive, but I love this eye cream. It is so good. I don't know, you guys. I wake up in the morning, I look like hell, I look like I just woke up from the dead, and I put this on, I haven't got any makeup on, and it does something to my under eyes that makes them not look so quite horrible. And I really am appreciating that. So I do not waste this at night. I use a different eye cream at night, and then I use this one in the morning to go under my makeup because I really feel like it just does that little extra something for me that makes me like not look so dead when I wake up, like not look so horrible. I never used to wake up and be like, oh my God, you look horrible when I looked in the mirror. And I don't know if that's like my crazy job or if I'm just aging or like my kids are stressing me out. I don't know what it is, but like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, get something on that face. You look terrible. Okay, let's talk about lip gloss, guys. In the same vein as this glossy looking highlighted skin that I'm looking, am I like 3 years late to this game? I mean, like Jaclyn Hill was talking about like this glowy look like 4 years ago, and I was like, where is my matte foundation? I can't. And now I'm like loving this glowy highlighty look, but I think that this looks less Jaclyn Hill-ish. Like this does not look draggy. No shade on Jaclyn Hill or any kind of drag makeup. I just think that this is like the more natural glowy cheek that I'm going for, and I think I found a way to achieve it, and I'm loving every bit of it. And likewise, I am loving every bit of the glossy, plumpy lips, and that is happening with these 3 glosses. One of them is a Pat McGrath gloss that I think you can still get on our site for 12 bucks. And it is the Love Potion gloss in the shade Lust. Okay, this is like the perfect everyday nude gloss. It doesn't get better than this. I'm gonna put it on for you right now so that you guys can see. How great is that? It is so comfortable. It is not sticky. It is not too much. It's got a lovely smell. It's just a beautiful gloss. It should be, because I bought like one in every single color off of her website because I have a problem. But then I bought 2 other glosses because everybody was talking about these lifter glosses. And now like these lifter glosses really are worth all the hype. They're great. I bought 2 shades. I bought this shade that's got Pearl, 001 Pearl. You guys know I don't like color on my lips. It's just not what I do. And as time goes by, I'm even less likely to put color on my lips. I don't know why. I just like a shiny, juicy lip more than I like a colored lip. I just feel a clowny when I wear a colored lip. This is the Pearl. Look at that beautiful sheen. And then I also got 002, which is Ice. It's more of like a pearlescent pink. To me, this is really the more clear of the 2. Interestingly, I should say. And here's that one. You can see it's got a tiny bit of a pearlescent sheen there. So this one's got a tiny bit of glitter, micro glitter that you don't feel, and this has got more of a pearlescent sheen, but I love them. They've got a really huge doe foot applicator, so if you have full lips, you're definitely not gonna need 2 swipes. You'll only need 1 swipe. For my very small lips, I only need like a little bit. It tastes like coconut. It smells like coconut. It's got the slightest, for like the first second you have it on, like tingly feeling, but that goes away immediately. It's not like Buxom where like the tingling and the cooling sticks around. It doesn't do that. It's just for like the first second when you put it on your lips and then it goes away. But it's got this delicious coconut thing happening. So if you like the butter bronzers from Physician Formula, if you like a pina colada, if you're into the smell of coconut, I highly recommend these lifter glosses. They're beautiful, they're plumping, they're so pretty. I guess I should swatch the Pat McGrath one for you guys too, here. It's just a pinky beige, which is like basically everything that I want in a gloss. It does not have really much shimmer, but it's gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Y'all, these 3 glosses are giving me all the happy vibes. All the happy vibes. So those are my favorites for this month. I know that I was like leaning into the camera and like, I don't know how the lighting is. Leave comments down below. Let me know how you think the lighting is. Let me know what your favorites were from the month of January. My fails were not like epic fails. Like that M Cosmetic blush is not an epic fail because the color is beautiful. I think that if you're somebody who's always got dry skin, you're gonna like maybe like that tacky feeling. But if you're somebody who doesn't want tack on your face, you can just powder it and you still see the color through if you use a translucent powder, which I appreciate. So that's not a total fail, but the e.l.f. blushes, the little stick e.l.f. blushes, they kind of were. I don't recommend you. I mean, it's only $3, but you don't want to spend $3 when you can go get a Starbucks instead. So, you know, get your Starbucks, leave the little e.l.f. stick cream product, and we will be talking in the next few months when I have a moment to film about more cream products. I'm very excited about this, guys. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much if you do that and give this video a thumbs up, because it helps this video to be seen in the YouTube community. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.